This is Mike, and we're looking at Bitcoin. So our short trade idea is looking pretty good. Basically, we broke through the entry, we went straight down, and things are very interesting at the moment across the board. Global markets are tanking pretty hard today, tomorrow, and for the rest of the week, I think it's going to be pretty insane. So this is just getting started, in my opinion. So I think we need to have a bit of patience and let this play out. So at the lows, we're seeing a little bit of a bounce here. And this is quite normal. I'll explain to you what that is in just a moment. So just a quick word, about, I suppose, about my partnerships with Phemex and MEXC. Definitely good platforms to trade on. You can learn AriasWave for free if you sign up to it. Just visit the website, ariaswave.com, for more information. And right now, I'm sitting on a pretty good, decent start to the trade profits there. But whenever things start to bounce, definitely can cause a bit of anxiety, which is why it's good to learn the waves, right? So I'll explain to you what this bounce means. As I said, okay, so let's just go to the 5-minute chart. So we had a wave one, right? We could say that, yes, this is a wave, another wave one, okay? You're not going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so easily. You might, but it depends on what you're seeing on the correction side of things, right? So at the moment, what I'm seeing here is basically a 1, 2, and another 1, right? So 1 here. So it's a smaller degree 1, 2 pattern going on, all right? Because this is going to extend lower. Well, that's the whole idea. We're going to 61,000, around there at least, for this initial move, right, before we want to take some profits. So along the way, you're going to get this type of thing happen. So what happened after that? We hit this area. We basically bounced in an A wave, okay, and then we broke the low in a B wave. That's why it took a little longer for this wave to break the low, is because it was correcting in the B wave of a zigzag, and that's for wave B. Okay, the bounce is a wave C. Might not be over yet. That's fine. It's oversold on, I think it was oversold on the 5-minute, the 1-minute, and 15-minute, the 1 hour oversold. So you do need a bit of a reload in the chamber for this to continue lower. Okay, so this is why we get these patterns occurring the way that they do, is because it is able to work off the oversold on the RSI, right? The oversold condition. So here we might bounce a little bit more. We'll probably create another zigzag down, and it'll probably maintain underneath the 200 period moving average for the most part, right? So it should hang around this area because it seemed to be an area of importance. But there are a few other areas of importance to note as well. So if I go to the 15-minute chart, we also broke the start of wave C, right, which was the funkiest wave C I've ever seen in my life. But, luckily that we had a wave D, so I could actually initiate this move, because that C wave was crazy. It's the craziest looking weak 5-wave move I've ever seen. It's one of them, anyway. Another area of importance that we need to note, right? So we got a couple of all-time high levels, one from back in, March last year, and also the one from, the 2021 high, all-time high from back then. So this particular area, I think we need to smash through it, and I think that this is why, conveniently, at the small degree, we're creating that correction there to work off the oversold condition, so then it can break through this area impulsively. I think it needs to, and I think that's typically what happens in these scenarios, right? So at this point in time, this could either be a wave 3 in progress, or it could be a wave C. Okay, because we don't know if it's going to be a zigzag or it'll continue lower and lower and lower. But to begin with, I'm going to target 61,000 just to be safe and to take profits when the time comes in case we get any sharp bounces. And at that point in time, I'll be reviewing the patterns and to see if there's another entry point, because everything corrects after a certain period of time. After every 5-wave move, you get corrections. There might be small degree corrections. That's fine. But we still need to kind of work with that if we're going to continue to trade this in whatever way we see fit at the time. If you look at other cryptos like Solana, that looks like it's probably going to be within a wave 3, but look, you never know. It's going to go considerably lower. And XLM as well looks like it's going to go considerably lower. So at this point in time, I'm just keeping the options open. I'm not turning mega doom and gloom, but it's not looking that great. However, I will take profit at this area simply because people trade zigzags and they're the most common pattern in the market. So this area is important that we broke recently, is because if you understand where the 2-4 trend line is using AriasWave, this is why I mapped this out very clearly over time till I get it right. And basically the end of wave 2 was there, end of wave 4 was there, and it's that trend line that we broke when we initiated this trade. Okay, we made a decisive break through it, and we closed beneath it. That's important. So therefore, you can see that being below that and correcting in that area is it's significant. It's important. It's retesting support, becoming resistance. It's also getting ready to move lower, due to the nature of how these waves operate and their corrective patterns. So that's basically it for this one. Like I said, if you want to learn AriasWave for free, you know what to do. Check out the description, leave a comment, boost the video, and I'll keep you updated on this corrective pattern as we move along. But for now, I'd maintain my short position because this is only just getting started. Thanks for watching.